Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my Sephora sale recommendations. We're going to be going over my holy grail products that I would recommend you buy, the products that I buy on repeat, the products that I cannot live without, reviewing the products that I bought during the fall savings event. And I'm also going to be sharing with you guys my wish list and also some things that I would not recommend. Before we hop into this video, if you enjoy makeup videos like this, do be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. I'm kind of like testing and trying new topics on my channel, so I just want to know what it is you guys like. So if you like makeup videos, give it a thumbs up. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So the sale officially begins for Rouge members. They get first access on April 4th, which is my birthday. So Rouge members, you get 20% off. VIB, you get to enter the sale on April 8th and you get 15% off. Insiders get 10% off and they also get to enter on the 8th. And the sale ends for everyone on April 14th. You get the Sephora collection 30% off, which is so exciting. And I do have a couple of Sephora collection items in here that I absolutely love and I cannot wait to share with you. So now that we've gone over the logistics, let's go ahead and go through my makeup recommendations first. As you can see, I am barefaced. Do ignore the planet that is on my head. It's actually a planet with an orbiting sun around it. You know, like when you have one big pimple and it's actually like multiple pimples? That's what's going on my forehead. I am 34 years old. I have very dry, very sensitive skin, and I get very red. I think a lot of it has to do with my diet. I think a lot of it has to do with the pollen in the air. I think like allergy season, my skin flares up. If I drink too much wine, my skin flares up. But my skin's in a pretty decent spot today. But you can see I am just like naturally red around my mouth. But when I'm super red, I always use this. This is the Cicapair Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment by Dr. Jart. I would go in with this basically like a concealer. So I would put it in the center of my face where any of my redness is and then blend it outward. And I typically would use Hourglass brush. This is the foundation brush that you can also buy during the Sephora sale. I love this. I use this every day as well. I always recommend the Hourglass brushes. They are expensive, but they are timeless and they will last you a really long time. They wash beautifully, they last beautifully. They're chef's kiss. So I'm not gonna apply this today. However, I am gonna go in with this product that I did buy during the Sephora sale the last time. This is a part of the Sephora collection. This is the Sephora Reveal the Real Soft Radiant Skin Tint. I'm gonna be honest, I don't use this too much just because I am not a lady of foundation. I don't normally apply foundation, but I thought that since I do really like this product, and the only reason why I don't apply it is because I'm just so into my routine of only applying concealer. Otherwise, this is a foundation that I would really love because it is so lightweight. It looks like skin. I need a mirror because I cannot see what I'm doing. I don't want to get this foundation on my top. I bought this top a couple weeks ago. I will link it down below. It is from, where's it from? Banana Republic. I almost said J. Crew for some reason. It's from Banana Republic. I am just on a Banana Republic. We all know I can't speak. Kick. Just, oh my God, I love their stuff. And I was shopping with Mike. If you don't know, Mike is my husband. I tried this on and he was like, I love the color on you. It's giving very like Grinch vibes. So it is very Grinchy. I'm just gonna apply it on this side, but can you see? It's literally like my skin. It just looks a little bit more cohesive. It gives like the lightest little coverage. Let's put some on this pimple of mine. Ooh, yes, okay. It's not really makeup-y. It kind of just juices up the skin and you can still see your imperfections, which is my personal, I don't know, I'm weird and I like to be able to see the things that I don't like about myself, even through my makeup. Do I wish I didn't have this gigantic zit on my head? Yeah. Am I gonna cover it? Yeah. But like, I don't like to look like a porcelain doll. I like to look human. This is it. This is the skin. It's juicy. It's comfortable. It settles into the skin beautifully. It doesn't sit up top. Let me just say that I do not recommend this at all. So I bought this, I want to say like last year or the year before. This is the Say slip tint. Now this is a slip tint that is not forgiving. It has a very like shiny consistency. If you are someone where you have acne or you have textured skin, I just find like this kind of like puts a spotlight on any of your imperfections. Like I like to be able to see my imperfections, but I don't want them to be like the focus of my face, if that makes sense. I would not recommend this, but would wholeheartedly recommend this. I'm a big Dior concealer fan. I like it. I have very textured under eyes. I have very crepey under eyes. I get eczema patches in the crease of my eyes, and so I want my under eyes to look flawless, okay? Dior Backstage Concealer, I'm in the shade 2CR, and then I also like the Forever Skin Correct, which I've actually been using more recently, and I'm in the shade 1N and standing for neutral. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to the usual spots. I usually do a couple dots here, get it in around where I'm red, on my mouth, my Cupid's bow. Let's go ahead and cancel that bad boy out. Whew. You can totally go back in with this brush. So this is, I'm just gonna show you how versatile this is. You can use this for foundation, you can use it for concealer, you can use it for cream bronzer, just any cream products. I would totally use this brush for. So if you are someone where you don't like too much fuss, or you're out and about, or you like to bring your makeup with you, or you travel a lot, this is just such a good brush to have, because again, it checks off so many of the boxes because it can apply so many different things. So I'm just gonna push and press this concealer into the skin, and that just looks so good. Loving the Merit bronzing stick. This is in the shade Cyan, I'm not sure, but this is the bronze bomb stick. I really love Merit. I love their cream products, so good. So emollient, but this is the stick that I use, and I like it because I literally just apply it 1, 2, 3 like this. This is such an easy product to use. I love how user-friendly it is. Like if you do apply too much, it blends in 2.2 seconds. I love the packaging. I love anything gold. I love that it's a stick. You could go ahead and use that Hourglass brush that I've been using, but I do like to use this with my Merit bronzing stick just because it's a little bit more, I just like the shape of this, especially when blending out the cheek. So I'm just gonna press and pat this into the skin, and I will show you what this looks like. But look, it blends out in 2 seconds, and it's super, super natural looking. So if you are someone where you don't like the look of too much contour, but you know, you still want your face to look a little bit sculpted, this is so good. I love it. It's so juicy. It really just plumps the skin up. Merit does such a good job. I'm such a fan of Merit. They're just user-friendly, great for quick everyday makeup. It's a little bit of shadow. I just find like this shade really complements my skin. It's kind of a little bit of like a beigey brown once you blend it out. But again, really emollient, so it looks so natural on the skin. And I do this little thing with my nose. I don't know, I look like a reindeer, but I just like to I don't know why I have to say that every time, but I just like to contour the tip of my nose a bit. I have just been such a powder girly lately, but you know, if you've been with me for a minute, I super love my cream blushes. And there are quite a few that I absolutely love and I adore. I love the Merit ones. Ugh, they're so good. I have a lot of shades. I have the shade Rouge, which I bought in the last Sephora VIB sale. I really like it. However, I'm gonna be honest, I just don't gravitate towards this. I tend to reach for more pinky tones like this one. This is in the shade Stockholm, just a really bright color. Would look really good with blues, would look really good with this top, but I think that this will probably be my go-to during the summer just because it is that bright bubblegum pink. And this one I don't reach for as much either. This is a really gorgeous color. This is in the shade Persimmon, and they apply a lot lighter than they are in the pan. So look at that. That does not look like that. But they blend beautifully, again, because it's Merit. It's very emollient. It's very user-friendly. This is probably my most used cream blush. You can also get this at the Sephora sale. This is in, oh God, I just painted my nails and I don't want to ruin them. Why is this so hard to open? Looks a little dirty. Sorry, it's kind of crusty dusty. But this is the Tower 28 Beach Please in the shade Rush Hour. It's just such a good color. Looks beautiful all year round. Pulls a little bit more orange in the fall depending on what you're wearing. Pulls a little bit more peach in the summer depending upon what you're wearing. It's just such a versatile shade. Let's apply my shade Rouge. Again, I bought this during the last Sephora sale and I was so excited to try it. I love the color. I just don't know why I don't really gravitate towards it. Honestly, I wear a lot of blues. Sephora Sale MAC, I don't think they do, but this is also another color that I wear all the time whenever I wear blue. It's just such a beautiful color. I always try to match my makeup with my outfit just so that the colors are complementary and it makes me look more awake. But I think this red will look really good with this green as well. But you can see it's not like super, super red. It kind of pulls a little bit more pinky than it looks in the component. I do really like it, and you can't go wrong with this formula. I would say if I had to choose one cream blush brand, it would be Merit, just because Tower 28 is really emollient and really creamy, but that one you can put a little bit too much on. These are a bit more user-friendly, the Merit ones, because they go on a bit more sheer. And look how pretty. It's such a pretty color. Oh, I forgot. So when I applied the Merit bronzing stick, I wanted to mention the Rare Beauty one. I don't love this so much. Like, it is emollient, but it's not as emollient as my Merit one. So this takes a little bit longer to apply. I do really love the component. I like that it's a big crayon. This is the bronzer stick in the shade Bright Side. I feel like this pulls a little bit more of a contour shade for me. It's a little bit more, not like gray, but if we put them side by side, Rare Beauty one pulls a little bit more of a cool tone, so it is more of a contour, whereas for me, I like to shape my skin, like shape my face, I should say, but I tend to like to shape my face with a bronzer. So that's why I just think I like this color more, because it replicates more of a bronzy tone. That's just more about personal preference, not so much like, oh, this one is terrible, but just so you know what you're getting yourself into. I never thought in a million years that I would be sitting here telling you that I absolutely love this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless finish, but I do. You know what I love? I love that it is a solid powder, so I can throw this in my handbag. I don't have to worry about it getting all over my bag because it is compact. Clearly I love it because I have hit pan and I enjoy it. And now that the Givenchy Prism Libre is shiny, this has become my new favorite powder. I also have in the past mentioned to you guys that I love Laura Mercier. I've used it for years. I just think that because I've used it for years, like I'm just trying other things. You always want to take the makeup out of your lines, because if you set the makeup while it's in your lines are going to be set with that makeup in it. And I mean, we have fine lines and aging is a gift. I am going to be 34 this week, actually. My birthday is on Friday. Such a blessing to be here another year. Thankful for every day that I get to be here on this planet with my husband, with my cat, with my dog, with my family, where I get to wake up and I get to read and I get to educate myself and I get to talk to you guys. Aging is such a blessing. And I was saying all this to say that, like, wrinkles are not a bad thing. Why give yourself more wrinkles if you don't need to? Like, your makeup migrating into your lines is only going to enhance those lines. And again, I love to look like myself, but I don't want to enhance the things that I don't necessarily love about me. So like, while I'm fine with my lines, like I don't get Botox, I don't get filler, I embrace who I am and how I look, but there are ways to just soften things that we don't like about ourselves without having to fully erase them, if that makes sense. And I think that that has put me in such a healthy mindset, healthy relationship with myself and how I look and aging. I mean, I know I'm only gonna be 34, but still, like, you know, I look at pictures of myself and I look very different than I did when I was 24. I want to mention this bronzer. However, I'm not going to apply this today because I'm going to try a different bronzer, because you guys see this all the time, but I love my NARS Laguna bronzer. If there was only one bronzer I could use for the rest of my life, it would be this one. It's not too orange, it's not too red, it's the perfect bronzing shade. Anyone and their mother who ever asks me, what bronzer should I buy? I always say this: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, it's just such a good, it's been a staple for so long. Today, I'm gonna apply my Patrick Ta She Sculpted. I really like this color. This has a cream contour, which I do like, but I haven't been using it. And you know why? It's just because I love the convenience of a stick, just personal preference. But this is good if you don't care about a stick, but I love this powder. And as you can see, it is super similar to NARS Laguna. At least I think it is. I wanna say this is a NARS brush because it looks like one. So I will link it down below. I have two sizes. I have a baby one and I have a mommy one, and I'm gonna use the mama one to just pick this up. And these are natural bristles. If you don't know anything about brushes, synthetic bristles are softer. So like if you pick up a brush and you feel it and you're like, ooh, it feels so nice. This is fluffy and it feels nice too, but it has a little bit of like a scratchy component to it. it also flakes all over my face. Should say sheds, can you see? I love these brushes and I've been using them a lot recently, but I do have to check my face for hairs. I am a hairy person, but I have been using an at-home laser hair remover device. So hair on my face is gone. My mustache, no longer in the building. It's so nice, guys. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. I don't do anything to her. And she's gone. And I love it. I love it. I used to have to check my face for hair to make sure I didn't have any of my own hair growing out of my face. But now that I know it's not my hair, it's unfortunate because it's these brushes that I love, you know? If there's not hair on my face for one reason, there's hair on my face for another reason. So I'm gonna go in with a smaller one. I have two really beautiful blushes that I absolutely love. I would recommend buying both of these, but NARS is expensive, and I always say, like, during the sale, buy the more expensive items because you get more money off. But this is in the shade Dolce Vita. I obviously also love my NARS Orgasm, but I don't have that because I finished it. Also seen me apply this a lot. This is the Sephora collection, Colorful Blush and Flirted Up. This is such a good color. I feel like it's gonna look so good with this top. I would recommend buying these because they're 30% off. These are affordable nonetheless, so say if you watch this video and the Sephora sale's over, you could still buy this. It's not super expensive. You know, it's not like a $30 blush like the NARS one, but oh my, look at that. It's like watermelon. It's like a watermelon color, but like in the most beautiful way. Oh my God. So look at that cheek. And then look at this cheek. See how that just like enhanced it a bit? This color is so, oh God, I got a hair on my face. This color is so beautiful. I love it. I highly recommend it. It's so good. Look how alive. Look how alive. It just automatically makes my skin. A brush that I would recommend to you guys that does not shed all over me. If you were someone where you're always on the go, you're traveling, you take your makeup with you, like this is so good because you have a bronzer brush on one side and a blush brush on one side, or contour. You know, it is what it is. You can use it as you please. It's your brush. You do as you see fit with it. An hourglass brush. I will link it down below. I use this all the time. I love the Honeybee Gardens. Their fine point pencil. Chef's Kiss. I talk about it all the time. You guys see me use it all the time. I use the shade Walnut. I will link that down below. I buy that off of Amazon. It's just, oh my God, it's so good. I would say at the Sephora sale, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz is the best brow pencil I've ever used. Today I'm gonna use Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Medium Brown. Brush that goes with it. This is the ABH 7B. It has an angled brush on one side and a spoolie on the other side. To be honest, I like a pencil better. Personal preference is important, you know? Like if you find a product that's great, like I love this. I think that this product is so great, this pomade. However, I just don't reach for it as much. In my opinion, no matter how great a product might be, if it's not something that you're reaching for, then don't buy it. Like use what you got, go through it, and then move on to the next. Spend your money on something that you know you're gonna use and you're gonna love and you're gonna adore. Those are the Brows On. Like I said, it is a pomade, so you might feel a little bit intimidated, but what's so good about ABH's pomade is that it's like a powder. It's not too gel-like, it's not too watery, it's like firm, kind of like dries down to like a powdery kind of finish. So I just think like it looks really natural. Like, do I prefer a pencil? Yes. But when we're talking about Sephora, like I think this is one of the best brow products that I've personally tried. I'm not a big shadow girly, but I do really love the Mario Master Mattes palette. I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm not doing anything fanciful. Again, I just like to look like myself, but a bit enhanced. So sometimes I won't even use this palette and I'll just go in with my bronzer, and it's just to make it so that the eyes kind of blend in with the rest of my face. So see how this eye has a little bit of a shadow and that shadow matches the chisel of my face. It's just to bring it back in and kind of create a little bit more dimension. Like, can you see how this eye kind of like fits in with my face, whereas this eye kind of just looks like it's floating by itself. So just using one color, it's gonna bring it all together and make it look a bit more cohesive. Let's go in with this shade right here, a bit darker, just a bit of that. And I'm just gonna focus that on the outer portion of my crease, just kind of like wiggling that into like a circle, create a bit more dimension. And I'm just gonna blow that out with a clean fluffy brush. With a clean fluffy brush, we place it and then we will blend it. I think I added a little bit more on that eye, so I'm just gonna go in to this eye and add a bit more to make them look a bit more even. That looks better. Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH32. Blend that out, so where the shadow meets my skin is just where I'm gonna blend it all out, and again kind of make it just look more like a shadow. See how that just looks kind of like a shadow now? Is that my cat? scratching the rug to come in here. What are you doing? You want to come in? Come in then. He like will sit outside of my door and put his paws under the door and then scratch my rug to make sure that I let him in. But God forbid he's in here, then I can't close the door, because the second that I close the door, he wants to leave because he doesn't like to feel trapped against his will. There is only one mascara that I will grace on my face for the rest of my life, and that is the Lancome Lash Idol. I like my lashes to naturally look beautiful. Just look like myself, but a little bit better. And I'm gonna pull it out on the outer third to create a more cat eye kind of effect with my lashes. See how it kind of just like pulls a little bit this way and kind of just like complements the almond shape of my eyes. Again, it's all about enhancing what we got. That's just my favorite kind of makeup. I love this mascara because it's super natural. It just enhances the look of my lashes. I look like myself, but again, better. And I love that it washes off really beautifully. I don't feel like I am playing tug of war to try and get my mascara off. I love the wand because I can really get in there and lift them with this curved wand. And again, it's just one of those things where I've tried so many mascaras. This has been my favorite mascara that I've ever tried. Anything that I use that's not this always just seems to be a letdown. So Holy Grail mascara right here. I love it. And if you like a wispy natural lash, you will love this. It just makes me look more fresh faced. I don't know what it is. My favorite lip liners, definitely Anastasia Beverly Hills, square shape to them. I don't know if you can see, but it just makes it so easy to really grip them. That's Muted Mauve. It's just a really good, matches the shadows in my skin. And I say this all the time. If you watched my lip liner and eyeliner declutter video, I swatched all of my lip liners for you guys, so you would have seen these, but I always try to find a lip liner that matches the shadows in my face naturally. I know that might sound weird, but if you look at my skin, kind of like a peachy, warm toned shadow. If my lips were big and I had a shadow behind it, that's what I like my lip liner to look like. It's the most natural. It goes with every single lipstick that you ever wear, whether it's red, pink, nude. It's so good. It's just a good staple to have. And then this is in the shade Hazelnut. Those two I love. I've talked about them a ton. I've recently talked about this one. I love Makeup Forever, their makeup artist pencils. These are great because they are not only lip liners, but you can use them as eyeliners as well. And this is in the shade Wherever Walnut. A little bit more of a pink mauve tone, but still has that kind of like peachiness to it. So again, matches the shadows of my face. Charlotte Tilbury, I don't like love her lip liners. I find they're super creamy, and they do that thing where if you line them one too many times, like if you go over the line too many times, it starts to build upon itself and it kind of creates an uneven surface, and then they do kind of dry out after a while. But this color, I think I'm gonna wear this one today. It's called Icon Baby, and they're so good in the beginning because they're so creamy, but they do dry out after a while. But it's kind of just like a really good, like everyday Your Lips but better. And I like to overdraw my lips a little bit, so I just kind of overdraw the Cupid's bow and I overdraw underneath, but then I connect it to my natural lip line so it doesn't look too overdrawn. I love Charlotte Tilbury's lipsticks. If I had to choose any of her colors, like she just does reds so good. I have Hollywood Vixen, which is a beautiful like bright red. I'm not gonna wear red with this outfit, but otherwise I will really look like the Grinch. And I also have Cinematic Red, which is more of like a vampy, delicious. I've done quite a few videos where I have applied these. I will put like my lipstick playlist down below if you are interested, because I am passionate about a lipstick. I always have been. And then I have KKW, which is a lipstick that I apply to the center of my lips. We'll do that today so I can show you. Maybe we should wear this today. I have Candy Chic. Oh, I love this color. This is a great, I would say like spring, summer. It could be all year round. It kind of has, it's like warm, but is it neutral? I don't know. Like it's warm, but it's also kind of cool toned. I love how it has that like not goopy and goppy feeling, but it's like a substantial lipstick feeling. Like you can feel the lipsticks on your lips. And I like to feel lipstick. So that is Candy Chic. Oh, how stunning. And I think it looks beautiful with the blush. And then let's go in with Kim KW. I don't know if you will see such a big difference because this lipstick itself is kind of light, but what I do is I go in and push this in towards the Cupid's bow. Can you see how that just lightened up the center of my lips? It kind of creates like a pout. So this is how I apply this. And that, my friends, is my Sephora recommendations applied to my face. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. However, I bought a set during the last Sephora sale. This is not a hydrating spray at all by any means, but it is definitely a spray that locks in your makeup. But when they came out with the set, I don't know if you can see, but they look very different. Like this one, it's on the bottom, but this is more clear, okay? And this one is more, oh, ooh, ooh. I'm so clumsy. But this one has like a shade to it. White Tea of Bali. I hate this, okay? There are different kinds, apparently. I never knew that until I bought this. I brought this to Miami. I applied it to my face. It was so itchy. It was so sticky. It felt so thick. So just note to self. I think this is just the original one because it doesn't have, there's no like label to it. This one says White Tea of Bali. It's terrible. I honestly think I might give it to my friends just because my skin is so sensitive that I really do not like this. But let's go ahead and let's apply original one that I do really like because I am gonna be out a bit today. Come on. Is it a me thing? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that does not feel sticky. Feels like my skin and my makeup is locked and loaded. And this is the finished makeup look. Me. But just like 10 times better. Do we not agree? So I'm gonna go ahead and swap my battery out because it is dying, and then we will move on to skincare, my wish list, and some other things that I would not recommend that you guys buy. Okay, silly me, because there were other lip products that I totally forgot to mention and I wanna mention really quickly. So the YSL, the Love Shines, and the Candy Glaze, I do really like them. Do I reach for them a ton? No, I'm more in like my lipstick era where I want my lipstick to last for as long as possible. My kind of makeup, as you can see, is pretty minimal, pretty natural. And then I like to wear a lipstick because I feel like myself when I wear a lipstick. I do reapply. I have no shame in reapplying. I love reapplying, but these you have to reapply a lot. So I don't reach for them naturally as much, but I do love them. And if you are interested, I would recommend getting them during the sale. I have the shade 205, which is a dark brown, and you guys have seen these so many times. And I have the shade 44, and I also have a couple other shades. I like to leave them at work. They're kind of just like easy 1, 2, 3 lipsticks. But again, I'm in the era of like a good lip liner and a good lipstick. But on days where I'm easy breezy, if you're someone where you don't want your lips to look too defined, you don't really care if your lipstick is lasting for hours, you kind of just want to reapply something to hydrate your lips and give them a little bit of zhuzh, then this is definitely for you. I would highly recommend them. I love Lawless. Now this is a lip plumping bomb. Lasts for a really long time. I've been wearing this nonstop. I wore this all throughout March. I wore this all day yesterday. It's just really nice. It has like a cooling, but not like burning, overbearing sensation, but it does a really nice job of plumping the lips. This color is beautiful. And I oftentimes pair this with my Wherever Walnut lip liner that I mentioned before. And that is a lip combo that I applied during my March favorites. I bought this in the last Sephora sale. I took it out of the cardboard box, but I have not opened this and I don't want to open it, but I've had so many of these in my lifetime. This is the NARS lip gloss in the shade Chelsea Girls. It's so beautiful. Again, I'm just trying to get through some products and I don't want to open too many new things because while I did declutter, there were things that I have in my collection that I've never opened, and I'm kind of just prolonging the opening of them. Once you open them, the countdown of the expiration date starts. But so I love Chelsea Girls. It's such a good color. Let's go through my skincare. When I wake up in the morning, I wash my face with cold water because I have sensitive skin. Again, I'm 34. I have dry, sensitive skin. I have no Botox, no filler, no nothing. I'm all natural, but I'm just trying to keep my skin looking as good as possible for as long as possible. I like to go in with a serum. Now, this was my favorite serum for the longest time. I'm actually going to be buying this again during the Sephora sale. I go through this so quickly though, and it is so expensive. Shiseido Ultimate Power Infusing Concentrate. It has antioxidants in it like vitamin C, so it helps to brighten the skin. Antioxidants also help to fight free radicals, so it will help the pollution bounce off of your face so that your skin is not absorbing it, which causes premature aging. Non-scented, it glides across the face. It does a really nice job of hydrating. I am someone where I have dry skin. I also have sensitive skin. So if I'm wearing like too much product, especially in the warmer months, my skin has trouble breathing. So this is a really nice job of adding a lightweight serum to my face to help hydrate and brighten without feeling like I'm putting too much on my skin. What I love about this is that it comes in a refillable pump. So I will essentially just get this portion. Like I will get this with a cap on top. I can put my pumpy back in. I can put my lid back on. I just like that because it's saving some plastic. It's a bit more sustainable. sustainable. But since I have run out of that, I have been using my Caudalie Resveratrol Lift. I use this morning and night as my serum. It is a retinol alternative, so it helps to exfoliate the skin, so it will help to take off the dead skin cells. It helps to lighten any of your fine lines. I just find like this is really good for helping to lighten your lines without being too abrasive on the skin, because retinol can be a little bit abrasive, especially for those of us who have sensitive skin. I love that it comes in a pump. I love that I can use this in the morning and at night. I will buy this again eventually, but I'm not going to be buying it this time. So that's where I land with this, but I really do like it. It's really great and I highly recommend it. My eye cream of choice during the day is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I am almost out. I'm not going to buy this again simply because I have an eye cream that I bought during the last Sephora sale that is from Caudalie. I will mention that in a second. I will show you when we go through all the things that I bought, and a lot of it I didn't use because I anticipated running out of things. A lot of things I didn't run out of. So I really love this. I highly recommend this. I will definitely buy this again. It is such a beautiful eye cream. My grandma went out and she bought it. It does a really nice job of brightening your eyes while also filling in the lines and just making your eye skin look smoother. Again, I have very sensitive eyes and this does not irritate me. It does not migrate into my eyes and then bother my actual eyes. So I love this. It's so good. In the morning, I go in with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. This is the 24-hour daily lightweight hydrating formula. It is so lightweight. It is so beautiful. It does a really nice job of hydrating, but again, doesn't pack on too much product. I don't like when my skin feels like there's too much product on it because then I react, then I get red bumpies and I get a rash and it's not fun. This is so good. It looks beautiful under makeup. Oh, I bought the refillable pouch in the last Sephora VIB sale. So I don't need to buy another one because I'm pretty stocked, but it's so good. I love it and I highly recommend it. There are quite a few sunscreens that I love from Sephora, but I will say my top two. Right now on repeat, I've been wearing the Kiehl's Better Screen UV Serum, SPF 50. I only use SPF 50 on my face. I love this. It has a pump. So I literally like pump, rub it in. It's so good. It is a lightweight, beautiful sunscreen. I'm wearing it today underneath my makeup and it's flawless. It's beautiful. If you don't like sunscreen, give this a try and I think you will absolutely fall in love. A sunscreen that I have packed and ready to go to Napa because Mike and I are going to Napa. I like to pack my stuff very early, but I love the Dr. Dennis Gross, what is it called? It comes in that yellow tube. It's so good. It's very hydrating. So if you're somewhere where you have sensitive, dry skin, love it. Beautiful under makeup. It's such a good sunscreen. So those two I would highly recommend. I also have been combating this massive planet on my head with the Kiehl's Truly Targeted Acne Clearing Solution. This is medicated 2% salicylic acid. My pimple looked like a third eye yesterday. Like if you looked at me from the side, it looked like I had a golf ball on my head. It's a very thin formula. It takes a while to dry down. So I like to use this when I'm home. I don't put this under makeup. I don't wear this out and about, but like I'll get home from work, I'll wash my face. I will spot treat my pimples with this. It has a really nice little like dropper applicator. I'll drop it on my face, rub it in, whatever. It's really good. Highly recommend. And I love how cute it is. It's so cute. I've been washing my makeup off using an oil cleanser. I love the Shiseido oil cleanser, but it's always out of stock, especially during the Sephora sale. So last time I bought the Biossance Squalene Antioxidant Cleansing Oil. It's okay. I don't really love it. I find like it's like a thicker oil. It kind of smells like Lemon Pledge. I like that it's a pump. I love the packaging. It's really pretty. But if I were to recommend a pump cleansing oil, Shiseido one it blows this one out of the water. Love my Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. I use this as a serum. It has an oil consistency to it, but it is a very light oil, very like light on the skin, absorbs into the skin really beautifully. Pure essential oils and distilled botanicals that help you get a younger, radiant looking skin by morning. I always get the big Gigunda size. It is expensive, but my God, ladies, it will last you a really long time. I bought this in the last sale and I still have 3/4 of a bottle left. I also love my Midnight Recovery Omega Rich Cloud Cream. It's so good. I love Kiehl's. I really want to just shift it all to Kiehl's. I'm almost out of this. TBD if I buy this again because I have another Kiehl's cream that I do want to try, but I like this because it is the same. They're both the Midnight Recovery, so I find that they pair beautifully together. This eye cream, my God, it is so good. This is Kiehl's. It's like rubbing off, but it's the creamy eye treatment with avocado. I love this. It is a beautiful green color, so it really helps to like combat the darkness under my eyes. It also really helps to fill in the fine lines around my eyes. I love this. My under eye skin, look at that. Look at that. because I use this every night. I also love my Laneige lip sleeping mask. Every day when I wake up and I wash my face and I sit down and I apply my morning skincare, I then put this on last. I'll go get dressed, and then by the time I'm done with my makeup, my lips are nice and plumped and ready for a lipstick. I applied this before I hit record in today's video, and it does a really nice job of filling in the fine lines. In terms of body lotion, every year I buy the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream in every single sale. I actually had this in my cart, and then I filmed a skincare declutter video. Thank God I did that before the Sephora sale, because I found a couple things that I was thinking about buying. So I'm not buying this in the sale, but I love this. It has caffeine in it. It helps to really tighten the skin. I use this on my thighs, on my belly, on my tushy, just like my midsection. I like the smell of it. I like the fun packaging that this one has. It's great for the spring, the summer, whenever you have your skin out. I also use this around my knees because it does a really nice job of tightening everything. But again, like anything, you need to be consistent with it. And if you take a day off, like your skin's not gonna look so tight. It is not a miracle worker. Drink your water, do your squats, lift your weights, get rid of cellulite, but this does a really nice job of just helping to further tighten your skin. Things that I bought during the sale the last time that I love, Food Don't Break Leather. I've talked about it so many times. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it during this sale because it definitely has a fall winter scent. It has like that smoky wood, like leathery fireplace scent to it, but I love it. That is my favorite scent that I've ever bought at Sephora. I showed you guys the Sephora skin tint that is on my face. I bought that during the last Sephora sale as well. Mario Masters eyeshadow palette, we applied that today. I bought that last time and I absolutely love it. My Biossance cleansing oil, I feel mad about it. I bought it last time. Like I said, you should buy the Shiseido one instead. My Shiseido under eye masks, I love them. I use them whenever I think of using them, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not someone where I give myself a lot of time. I mean, I do though, because I wake up and I read. So maybe I'll wake up, put some eye patches on, I'll read my book, I'll sip my coffee, and I'll start applying eye patches then. It's like an iron for the crow's feet or like any lines around your eyes. It's great if you're a bride, wear it the day of your bridal shower, your wedding, wear it on your honeymoon. It's the quickest way to iron out fine lines. And I love that they are a cloth material, so they don't slide down your face. They literally stay in place. So if there is a fine line that you want to focus on and you put it over the fine line, it will stay there. I have a bunch of products that I bought during the last Sephora sale that I did not use. Dr. Idris, this is the Flash Mask. I'm scared to use this. I should probably return this. I don't know if Sephora will take this back. I've never opened this, but this is an exfoliating AHA mask. I'm just scared because my skin is so sensitive, and I was so excited to buy this because I love Dr. Idris. If you don't follow her, she has a lot of YouTube content here where she's a dermatologist. I should have said that, but she's taught me so much about my skin. I love Dr. Idris and I wanted to support her. Maybe I will try this. Maybe I'll like spot test this, but I'm just scared. This claims to help really take away any discoloration in your skin. So if you have melasma or if you have dark spots, it's supposed to help erase that because it is deeply exfoliating the skin. I also didn't use this at all. Which is why I really cut back on my wish list, which we are about to get in. But this is the Quality Hydrating Body Essentials Hand and Nail Repairing Cream. I haven't opened this because I have a hand cream that I've been using, I've been loving. But as soon as I run out of that, I will open this. And then I wanted this because it has the moisturizing oil elixir for your body, hair, face. It has argan and grape oils. It is fig scented. I will crack this open. Why I haven't yet, I don't really know. But this is why I need to be a little bit more thoughtful when shopping the Sephora sale because I don't need things to be sitting here in the boxes. My Caudalie eye cream, I haven't used this yet either because I really thought I was gonna finish my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright eye cream. This is my holy grail. I don't know why I bought this, but I did. I would totally buy this again, but I'm not because I have this Vino Perfect brightening eye cream. Yeah, and that's it. So those are all of the products that I would recommend, products that I wouldn't recommend, and products that I bought during the last Sephora VIB sale. Okay, so for my wish list, I have a lot of hair care and I have a lot of skincare. So like I said, I'm definitely gonna be buying my Shiseido, the Ultimune Serum. I am running really low on my cloud cream, so I put this one in my basket. It is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Overnight Rehydrating Mask with 10.5% squalene. A good price. I love Kiehl's because I just feel like it's so science-backed. Everything works so well with my sensitive skin, and it's always like 20 bucks cheaper than everything else. Microdose anti-aging retinol serum with ceramides and peptides. This is expensive, okay? So take back what I just said. But this is $95. You get 1.7 ounces, I'm sorry. But I got a sample of this and my God, it is so good. Pure retinol, it is peptides and ceramides. So that just screams anti-aging to me, which I like anti-aging in terms of my skin. My life, no, I would like to age for as long as possible, but I love the sample and I loved that I got the sample because I tried it and I was like, oh, retinol, I'm scared. But again, Kiehl's just works so well with my skin. And so I'm definitely gonna buy this. I mentioned all 3 of these products in this video. And I just think travel sizes are so beautiful, especially for the summer when we're bopping around, we're going on vacation. I just find like travel size products are so good, especially if you are just a chickie on the go. So this one is the Kiehl's Bestseller Babes Skincare Gift Set. It has the SPF 50 that I mentioned, avocado eye treatment that I mentioned, and it also has my everyday facial cream. And so I might just have to buy this because I don't know. I don't need it. Do I need it? No. This retails for $69. Again, you get 3 products. Had to mention that because you need these products. They are so good. Hair care. I have the Dyson Post Styling Hair Serum for hold and style extending. I just find like I have my Dyson, I have the Airwrap. If you're interested in the Airwrap or you're interested in like the microcurrent, the new face device, like anything in that price point is what we should be buying during the sale because you're gonna save the most money on it. I always air wrap my hair. It never really stays. It stays even less in the summer. And so for some reason I have it in my mind. The shopaholic maximalist in me is like, if you buy the Post Styling Hair Serum, your hair will last. Do I think it will? No, I don't. But I want to try it and see what happens. I also have the Pre-Styling Hair Cream for flexible hold in hair as well. Same kind of hope. For my Dyson, I also have the Airwrap Blade Concentrate Attachment. I have so many broken hairs from how much I've highlighted my hair in the past that I just look like an alfalfa sprout, and it's only gonna get worse with the heat and the humidity. I'm gonna look like this. I wanna buy this attachment to help tame the babies. I watch Victoria McGrath. I watch all of her YouTube videos here on YouTube. She has the most beautiful hair, and she works very closely with Dyson. And so I'm convinced that if I buy these Dyson products, I will get my hair to look as fabulous as Victoria's hair does. Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Treatment Spray for frizzy hair. Again, the alfalfies. All the pictures on here, everyone has really shiny, smooth hair. And so I want to try it. It's $28. I'll get 20% off because it's the Sephora sale. TBD if I buy it. Make sure you're subscribed and click the bell button. This way you get notification when a video goes live here on my channel. But I am going to be doing an unboxing of my Sephora, and then I am going to be doing a review. What will you be buying during the Sephora sale? I would love to hear. What are we buying? What are we not buying? Are we not buying anything at all? I would love to hear. Honestly, if I didn't have hair care concerns for the summer, and I wasn't running low on some of my skincare, I truthfully probably would not be buying anything during the Sephora sale. As you guys know, I'm doing a really good job. Well, I like to think I'm doing a really good job, but I'm doing a pretty decent job of decluttering my life and just keeping things that I love, use, and adore. And so I want to keep it to the holy grails. But I'm still a little curious when it comes to new product releases, and I'm definitely curious about some of those hair products. I love you guys so much. If you did enjoy this video, do be sure to leave it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you have not done so yet. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, whenever it is you are watching this, and I really, really hope to see you on my next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.